Our speaker number 1, Diane, joined Toastmasters in May and is giving her second speech this evening. She loves the outdoors, water sports, and really loves to read. Tonight she will be giving a 5 to 7 minute speech titled Of Books and Butts. Please help me welcome Diane Schumacher to the podium.
Good evening. You may have heard the term reading is fundamental, which means that reading is a building block of learning. But did you know that reading can actually save your butt too? I know because it happened to me. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. My name is Diane Schumacher, and as you heard from my introduction, I like to read a lot. Growing up, I would read everything, from the cereal box at the breakfast table, to my dad's newspapers, to the TV guide from cover to cover. Yes, I'm aging myself. And even the instruction manuals in our handheld video games. And of course, mountains and mountains of books. Long before I could read, my parents would read to me out loud. And I would memorize these books so that when I was alone, I would read the books and turn the pages at the appropriate time. When other people in my outside of my family saw me reading these books at the tender age of 2, turning the page at the appropriate time, they thought I was a child prodigy. I could read at the age of 2. No, I was actually just really good at memorizing these books. When I was in elementary and middle school, my mom would take us to the library every Monday night. And I would peruse the shelves of books, pore over the books, and finally choosing 10 to check out of the library. And 10 was the most that you could check out, and it was the most that my little arms could carry as well. I would read these books everywhere, in the car, outside, and don't tell the librarian this, I would even read in the bathtub while taking a bath. I really love to read. I would read the books 2 or 3 at a time. Growing up, I had to walk to middle school and to high school. Yes, more than a mile each way. Uphill, of course, both ways, and in the snow. Anyway, I loved books so much that I would often read while walking to school and back home from school. That's talent. Reading took me places far beyond my suburban Philadelphia neighborhood. In the beginning, I told you that reading saved my butt. Well, let me tell you how. Picture this. I was a 9th grader, and I was walking home from high school after lacrosse practice. This time, I was reading a required book for English class, Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. It was a beautiful blue sky day, big puffy white clouds, and I was walking home reading this classic book, minding my own business. I was about 4 blocks from home, and I was on chapter 5 of the book. I was just about to the place where Lenny accidentally had killed the puppy, if you remember, when the local bully emerged from a house on the hill. This enormous guy opened the front door, and in his hand he had a rifle, and on his face a maniacal grin. And I looked at this guy, this enormous bully. He had been known to fire this BB gun all over town, and I appeared to be his next target. I took off running up the street, the book still in my hand, and my backpack slapping against my back. I heard his maniacal laugh. I heard the racking of the BB gun, and I knew what was coming next. I heard the gunfire, and I instinctually put the book over my butt to potentially stop the incoming BB, and I braced myself for the impact. Sure enough, whack! I heard and felt the BB hit the book and not my butt. I did not stop running until I was all the way home. When I got home, I looked at John Steinbeck's classic, and I saw there was a BB embedded halfway through the book. Of course, this is blasphemy. So I fished the BB out of the book, and I kept it for posterity. So that is the story of how reading literally saved my butt. I'm just very thankful that we were reading Of Mice and Men. If we had been reading a short story like The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein, I may not have been so lucky. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.